Jason Momoa is one of Hollywood's hottest action hunks, standing 6 feet 4 inches and absolutely jacked. This Hawaiian native has captivated audiences for years. While he may be best known for his many on-screen battles, this Renaissance man is also a devoted dad who paints and plays various musical instruments. From an early Baywatch gig to his love of extreme sports, here are some interesting facts you may not know about the motorcycle riding, beer-guzzling, tomahawk-tossing giant. Baywatch gig. Momoa's big break was playing a fresh-faced lifeguard in Baywatch, Hawaii from 1991 to 2001, and the gig caused a 19-year-old Momoa to fall hard for acting.
I was actually really nervous at first, but right when I got on the set, it was just, this is what my future's gonna be. I love it.
But unfortunately, it wasn't all fun in the sun. Momoa said the role haunted him for years and nearly drowned his career. He told Movie Line, "Just because it's Baywatch, people don't think you can act. I'm constantly fighting that stigma. When I got cast as Conan, people were like, you're hiring the Baywatch dude to play Conan?" Momoa struggled to find representation after Baywatch, so he had to take matters into his own hands. He explained, "No one would take me seriously. So I went, screw them. I went to school, trained, I traveled the world, and finally got in there a little bit."
I wanted to gather life, bring it back, get the foundation, and then build it.
Family Man. Sorry ladies, Momoa is not on the market. The actor, perhaps best known as the fierce warrior Khal Drogo in Game of Thrones, belongs to actress Lisa Bonet. The pair tied the knot in 2007 and share 2 children, and the way this proud papa gushes about his kids and their mama, he's clearly smitten with his family. He revealed on the Late Late Show with James Corden that he'd had eyes for Bonet since her days on The Cosby Show in the late 80s.
I am a full-fledged stalker.
Really?
I didn't tell her that.
No, that's why.
2 babies, otherwise it'd be creepy.
He went on to say he had, quote, fireworks going off inside the first time they officially met. The pair ended up at a dinner later that night and have been together since.
We had Guinness and grits, and the rest was history.
Oh.
Zozo and Papa Bear. Bonet has a daughter, Zoe Kravitz, from a previous marriage to rocker Lenny Kravitz, and Momoa seems just as tight with his stepdaughter as he is with his biological kids. A 26-year-old Zoe told Ocean Drive magazine in 2015, "My dad and my stepdad get along really well, and my dad loves and is close with my brother and sister. It's really beautiful." Momoa and Zoe have flaunted their adoration for each other on Instagram. He calls her Zozo and she calls him Papa Bear. And in case you needed more proof that they've got a great relationship, they even have matching tattoos. Sure, according to Pop Sugar, the tattoo translates to, "Be always drunk." But it's a commitment that counts here, right? Body of work. Momoa's physique is not just a result of clever camera work. According to a 2018's Men's Health UK profile, Momoa has a 50-inch chest and 19-inch biceps, but he claims he never lifted weights until 2010, when he trained for his role in the 2011 reboot of Conan the Barbarian. The actor says he gets up at 5 a.m. for intense training, with his favorite fitness routines including climbing, hill running, boxing, surfing. He told the magazine, "It's very hard sometimes to just work out. It's monotonous, and you can get stuck in a rut. When I have to change my body type, then we just switch it up." His diet is what you'd expect from a shredded action star. He told Men's Health UK in 2014, "Eat as much lean meat and green veg as possible and save the calories for Guinness."
I eat boiled chicken breast every 2 hours, which is not very good. But that's how you get that body.
Even with his strict diet, Momoa admits to rewarding himself with the occasional cheat meal, adding, "After finishing a 1-month cleanse, I had a giant bowl of pasta and I swear to Christ, it was like I was on heroin." Trademark scar. Although plenty of fans are infatuated with the scar above Momoa's left eye, there's a dark story behind how it got there. As Momoa told Access Hollywood in 2011, a guy in a Los Angeles bar maimed him in 2008 during what the actor believes was some sort of gang initiation. According to NBC Los Angeles, the 21-year-old man who delivered the crushing blow pleaded not guilty to assault with a deadly weapon. Momoa revealed, "A guy smashed a pint glass in my face. I got a little over 140 stitches in my face. It helped get those mean rolls." The scar tissue left a white line that cuts directly through his eyebrow. Momoa explained that hair no longer grows there, adding, "I got my wife beforehand, so if she doesn't like it, too bad." More than muscles. Don't judge a book by its muscles and cool scars. Momoa has brains and brawn. According to the University Herald, he studied marine biology and wildlife biology while in college in Iowa and Colorado. Above all, Momoa wants to be respected for his intelligence. He told the New York Post, "People are like, Momoa's got his shirt off again. It's not funny. I grew up in the Midwest. I'm raised to actually think, to use my brain." The actor is quite cultured and well-traveled too. According to the New York Daily News, Momoa is an avid painter and is trained in Paris. He's closely studied Buddhism, which he learned on a trip to Tibet. And now music seems to be his focus. He shared, "I play the the guitar and drums, and I'm learning the piano with my daughter. Extreme sports. Momoa is built like a linebacker, but he's drawn more toward extreme sports and his true passion is surfing. In his younger years, the actor reportedly had an opportunity to study in Colorado on an athletic scholarship, but he turned down the books because the rugged environment was too alluring. He told ESPN, "I knew I was going to climb mountains and f*** off and snowboard in Colorado." Instead of focusing on his studies, Momoa said he began waiting tables at a local restaurant and spent his free time on the slopes, calling himself a, quote, snowboard bum and a climbing bum. But his vision of himself changed after watching the 1998 surfer film In God's Hands. Set in Hawaii, he explained, "I saw that and I was like, I'm out of here." From there, he looked to his own family's island roots for guidance on surfing 20-foot waves. Momoa may be willing to brave oceans and cinematic action sequences, but that doesn't mean he's open to trying any sport. UFC happens to be something he's not willing to put his body through. He told ESPN, "Oh no, those guys, they're amazing. I act it. I'm not really tough. I'm definitely not to that level at all." With friends like these, if you thought Momoa's willingness to go full warrior for Game of Thrones was nuts, that's nothing compared to what he did to gear up for Conan the Barbarian. Momoa didn't feel like his mug was rough enough to play the role of a barbarian warrior who slaughters his way through countless men and beasts to save the world. So he decided it would be a good idea to have his friend pop him right in the face. According to the Chicago Sun-Times, Momoa said his buddy didn't even hesitate to clock him, barely waiting for him to ask before landing the blow. He shared, "After it was over, I said, 'Dude, didn't you want to think about it for a minute?'" The physical pain continued on the set. On top of breaking a rib, Momoa claimed, "I almost died on the horse a few times." No crow. In a crushing blow to his fans, Momoa's highly anticipated reboot of the 1994 Brandon Lee film The Crow fell apart after 8 years of pre-production. Set to begin filming in Hungary in the summer of 2018, both Momoa and director Corin Hardy exited the passion project just weeks ahead of the start of production due to creative and financial differences with the producer who owns the rights to the film. Momoa lamented leaving the project on Instagram, saying in part, "Sorry, I can't play anything but what this film deserves and it needs love. I'm ready when it's right." Still, it's safe to assume we'll be seeing a lot more of Momoa. With a lifetime box office gross of more than $260 million to his relatively small list of screen credits, the man is a bankable star, and his obvious work ethic means fans will likely get as much Momoa as they can handle for years to come. Thanks for watching. Click the Nicky Swift icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.